Hey guys, it's Rachel Castile. Welcome to Firestarters. This is your fast start training to launch your business in LiveGood and Enagic. So this training is going to help you get going from day one to know what you're doing and answer a lot of your starting questions whenever you're beginning a new business. So first off, this is a path. It's a path of becoming, of growth, and stepping into who you're called to be. And overall, your gifts is the foundation of your business. So the more comfortable you get with showing up online in conversations and being of service to others, the more you're going to get in flow of what you're doing here. So know that it's a path. You don't have to know it all to begin. And the more you walk it out, you're going to get more and more comfortable and see your vision begin to grow and see the value of what you carry. So that's what this is all about, giving you the practical understandings of how to start conversations with people, how to make content, what to talk about in your videos, and how to close and help people step into the transformation that they're wanting in their life, be it in the products or the business opportunity. So just know that you don't have to have everything figured out to begin. You don't have to be confident. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to start. So overall, you're going to be serving people and you're sharing what you have and staying consistent in your actions every day. So now let's look at how the system works. So you are inside of Firestarters. This is the ecosystem where you grow. Inside Firestarters, there's a couple of entry points. One is the LiveGood business opportunity, and then also the Enagic business opportunity. These are not two separate things. They are pathways into the same mission. So LiveGood allows people to start where they are. It has a much lower price point, allowing people to start a business for $50. And this is the one that I'm promoting more, I would say, in helping people get started. And then Enagic allows people to expand into deeper levels of transformation. You can open up multiple business centers and significantly increase your income. So the heart of it is that LiveGood is the entry point. And as you begin to build your business, gain visibility online, develop your network, and transform your income, you can reinvest and continue to expand your business here within Firestarters. So whether you start it with the Enagic right off the bat, I do recommend checking out LiveGood. It's a great opportunity for people at a different price point. And if you're in LiveGood, to check out Enagic. And the community is here to educate you on both opportunities. We host weekly masterclasses that are going to be rolling out where you can invite people to these presentations. If you don't know much about the other one, you can visit one yourself and consider expanding your business into that avenue as well. So yeah, that's what we're about. The heart of Firestarters is to open up income opportunities for you and develop your influence online, your leadership. And the bigger picture as you're in this community is to develop your email list and your own offers, because out of your own giftings, there's things that you're really good at, things that you want to make a difference in the world in. For me, I'm a musician. I'm working on an album right now. So the value of learning in the network marketing space and sharing these health related products is that you are learning how to market yourself. You're learning how to expand your network and be able to serve the community that gathers around your gifting. You are the leader in their life, helping them move to the next level. And as you walk this path out, there are things that live in you that you're going to create as well. If that's something that you see for yourself, we want to facilitate that here in Firestarters to help you walk in that gifting, create more products, and begin to develop the brand that is you. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. And so starting out, start where you are. If you started in LiveGood, let's run. If you started in Enagic, let's run with that opportunity as well. And I wanted to give you a picture of where we're taking you and what is possible here. So the weekly rhythm, this is things that are available to you. As I mentioned, masterclasses. These are presentations that you can invite your prospects to, and you let the system do the work. You don't have to become the expert. You don't have to know everything. You can invite people to a LiveGood masterclass. You can invite people to an Enagic masterclass. That's going to give the full vision of the business opportunity, the products, all of that, and how to get started. And all you're doing is inviting to a presentation. The presentation presents the information. And then on the other side of it, you're following up with your prospects, seeing where they are, seeing if they got value out of it, what did they like about it, what stood out to them, do they see an opportunity for themselves, are they interested in the business, in the product, in the membership, and getting them started, bringing them to that transformation that they came for. And so we do that through sharing videos. In the Live Good opportunity, we have the 5-minute tour video that you can share with people systematically. We also have live masterclasses and then recordings from masterclasses that can be shared. So that is the model. And then we have a weekly team Zoom every single Tuesday. You can check out the team Zoom channel within the Discord, and it's going to give you all the times and various time zones. So get plugged into that every week to get support, to be encouraged, be in the room with other entrepreneurs. And yeah, and then us as leaders, we meet as well to help refine the community. So if you see someone who has a yellow color on their name in the community, you can reach out to them. They're there to help you, to serve and answer questions that you have. And so just know, like, we are here as a council to see that the Firestarters community is growing and moving in the right direction, and that the things that we see that you need, we all kind of have an eye on that to inform one another that we can improve the community to serve you long term. So that's some structures that the community has every single week. So yeah, plug into the team Zoom. And also we have a Ask Anything section. You can go to that channel and ask questions and stay connected within the community. And another point, inside the Discord, if you see a channel and you don't know what it's about, you can click on the pin within that, and it's going to give you the full overview of a section. So yeah, so we are here to support you in your business journey. And that is some structural things here as a system, how everything is ran. So just know you are not doing this alone. You plug into the system, and the system will carry you through building your business. So next, let's talk about what business actually is. So business is simple. It's two things. It is talking to people and creating content. And your content is speaking to that same demographic. So your heart is around, what type of person am I here to serve? What problems do they have? Where are they wanting to go? How am I helping them get there? These are the things that you want to think about whenever you're approaching conversations with people and creating content that your messaging is speaking to them. So we have something called a transformation statement that we're going to get into more. I will teach you about that later on in the video, and you'll be able to work that out after you complete this video as well. But yeah, so talking to people is reaching out to people and letting people know what you're doing. It's getting to know where people are, what they're going through, what their pain points are, the things that they want out of life, the dissatisfaction that's there, and being a good listener, being someone who's interested in other people, having conversations online. That could be talking to people on social media, on Facebook, in the DMs, getting to know people. You can be doing direct invites about what you're doing, sharing your vision, sharing your why with them of why you started this business, what you see that it can do for others, and then offering them to take a look. So you're inviting people into that. So know that you are not here to convince people of this business, convince them to get the membership. You are more so here to inform, to educate, to share vision, to open up opportunity for them, to get in touch with where they are, and to bridge the gap from where they are to where they want to go. And this energy is more about relationship and about sharing information and educating people. That's what we do. As visionaries, we see something, we see what is possible here. They don't see it yet, so we're here to educate. We're here to expand their perspective, to help give hope and inspire them from where they are, that they can get to where they want to go with this vehicle. So LiveGood is a vehicle, Enagic is a vehicle, and Firestarters as a whole is a vehicle to help them step into their gifting, step into their voice, their leadership, their influence, and the income that they're meant to be making. And income is a byproduct of serving people and making a difference in someone else's life. So the more we can get out of this energy of, I've got to convince somebody so that I can make the money that I want. It's not about, oh, I'm right and you need to see it. educate people and get in touch with where they are and help them in their journey. Help them with the membership to save money. Help them with the products of Enagic to improve their water, to improve their health, to raise the standard in their homes of what they're giving their family. And these two go beautifully together. So I'm going to speak generically a bit throughout this video because you may be in one and not the other. But the same is true for both in terms of how to build the businesses. So yes, you're not here to convince, you're not here to chase or over-explain. The over-explain part I'm going to go into more. That's what the system is for. The videos will do that. So you don't have to know everything. You're there to serve that person through sharing information that will do the explaining for you. But what you're here to do is to connect with people. Connection is key. And connection has to do with heart, like a heart posture of openness towards them, interest in the other person. So you're here to connect, you're here to understand, and you're here to invite them into the opportunity, invite them to take a look at what we have. So that's the heart posture. You can do that all day. You can invite people, you can meet people, you can connect with people, you can understand them better, and then you can serve people that you understand. And also, you can share your journey. That is like one of the core things you're going to be doing the whole time. You want to become a broken record in sharing your story and being present with your community. And the more that you tell people what changed in your life, what you're no longer satisfied with, where you're going, where you're taking people, and continuing to be present in that story and being one that shows up online to serve people who want what you're offering, and that faithfulness to be there, that is where trust is built with your audience. So think of it like this, like commit to your business, commit to the long term, commit to make a difference in someone's life. And then what is your role? Your role is a bridge. You are the bridge between where someone is and what is possible for them. So you see people, you speak truth to them, you offer solutions to the problems, to the pain, the things that they're going through. And you are not waiting to become ready. This is the key right here. You're going to practice. You're going to be visible. You're going to speak to them regularly. You're going to show up every day to move them forward, to encourage them in their journey, to give them action steps that they can step into to change their life. You're showing your life and showing, hey, I'm just like you. If I can do it, you can do it, right? And you are becoming through action. That's the beauty of Firestarters and being in business and walking this out, that today as you watch this video, you're going to take steps right after watching this video to launch your business and to be present for your audience, to let people know in your world, hey, this is what I'm doing. I've gone all in. This is where I'm heading. And I'm offering you to come with me. Are you open to take a look at it? And staying in the energy of that and being excited about what you're doing and growing in the passion of the vision that you carry and conveying that vision, opening that up, showing people the value of what you have and the value of partnering with you. That's a major key, because your business is with you. People are partnering with you. You're building a team. Though Firestarters is a bigger community, we are all here to support one another, but you're building a business with people that are drawn to you. So it's you showing up and serving your people. And how you learn that is through the daily diligence in your business. And then the next part. So the only two things you need to know, back to how we said, talk to people and create content. So on talk to people, start conversations every day. You can message people on Facebook, you can call friends, you can check in on someone, see how they're doing, and you can have very natural conversations of telling people about what you're up to, about your business that you've started, about why you're doing it, about where you're going, and telling them that you have a video that will explain everything about it. Are you open to take a look? You can be direct in your invites. You can also be just always talking to people, getting in touch and like having a pulse on where people are, what they're dealing with, and offering solutions to that. You can say, I couldn't help but notice you mentioned you were dealing with X, Y, and Z, that you want to have more time with your family, but you're so tied up at work and then you still don't have any extra money left over. I may have a way for you to fix that. And I sometimes get a little in my head about the words. I'll be honest right now as I'm saying that. And just be real, be yourself, and not get so caught up on the exact words, but just like, yeah, I couldn't help but notice that you said those things. I've got a business opportunity that is allowing people to make money online and help them to increase their income on the side of what they're currently doing. Is that something you'd be open to take a look at? And yeah, so I'm not like giving scripts. I'm giving the concept, the framework that you can use, and just being real with people and inviting them into vision, inviting them into purpose. And someone might tell you like, yeah, I've just been just going to work and my life feels numb. I feel like there's no purpose in what I'm doing. And you can invite them to your business. Like, our business is a solution for all of these different places and people. You can talk to them about using their gifts, like being able to help other people. Doing something in somebody else's life is what brings purpose. Like, all of our gifts is for other people. So the more we begin to exercise serving others and creating a transformation for someone else, that is what sales actually is. The very act of selling something is bringing a solution to a problem. So get used to listening for the pain. Literally listen for the pain. And the next part, create content, is speak to the pain. Take people out of that place and give them hope out of it, but speak to the pain. That's where the need actually is. And the purpose of marketing is speaking to that desire, to where they are, that stuck place, and bridging the gap for them to come across. So some simple language again on conversations is, I started something and thought about you. Are you open to take a look? The word open is really powerful. It's asking for consent. It's very important that you ask for consent before just blasting people with a video. You're saying, are they open? If they're not open right now, they're like, I'm really busy. I'm not really, I don't feel like I need that in my life right now. You can honor that and check back at a later time. You can share more about how your business has been going, and then ask them, are they open to take a look at it? Maybe a few weeks later, a month later, you can follow up again with people that are closed. So open is a great framework to ask someone, would you be interested? Are you open to take a look? And then from there, sending your information. So yeah, you were opening doors, not forcing decisions. And then the next part, creating content. The core of that is show up daily. Literally, if you don't always want to make content every day, you can post something and schedule it on a day that you don't want to work. But the value of creating content is that your audience sees you showing up for them daily. You are pouring yourself out. You're speaking right to their pain. You're speaking right to the vision and the desires that they want. And you're showing them the way out of the place that they're in, and what is possible for them. So show up daily, create content, be yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect, just be real. Don't think it has to be overly polished and so put together. Just be consistent. And the things, you might have some anxiety around content, but in your faithfulness in it, you're going to get more and more comfortable in your own skin, and just have your mind on the people that need what you're saying every day. So you'll start to feel like there's people who are hanging on my words. There's people that's meant to partner with me. There's people that I haven't even met, that if I don't stay consistent in my content, they come across my page and there's nothing there. They can't see the vision. They can't see what partnering with you looks like. Excuse me. So yeah, show up daily. You can go live. That's really good for just embodiment. You owning your story, owning your journey, owning where you're going, what you're building, what you're inviting people into. You're being present with people. You've got, you're living a life that is in front of them. You're creating a space that you're hosting value for them regularly. So show up until it just feels like this is where you're supposed to be. Get out of any type of sense of you can have an imposter syndrome when you're first starting making content. And really, that whole mindset is just being focused on the self. Your gifts are for other people. I just want to keep re-emphasizing that. My gifts are for you. Either I am sharing from it and I have you in mind, and I'm adding to your life from what I know, from the things that I've been taught, the things that I've just learned in life, the value that I know of my product or service that the prospect doesn't know. So I'm speaking to, these are the things that it solves for people. And they're like, hey, that's me. I've been needing that. I've been looking for that. I want to save money on my supplements. I want to improve my water. I want to improve the shower that I'm showering in. I want to improve the water and take all of this toxic stuff out of my life. I want to improve and take all this like EMF radiation out of my home that's affecting my family. That's the core things that we share here. And so think about the person who needs it, the person who doesn't know about it yet. There was a great statement that a friend of mine who's here in the business, that he saw that marketing was like cleaning the mirror. People can't see through the mirror unless the marketer opens that up for them. So that's our job, is to give that clear vision and give them actual action steps. Actual action steps sounds funny. A CTA, so a call to action that calls them into doing it now. The opportunity is now. It's drop your information below, drop details below, message me, DM me for more details. If you want to see the video, reach out to me. It's these things that's like moving people into taking action on their dreams, that also building a sense of what they're missing by not acting now too. So actionable content. And that's what we're about to get into next, is the 4 types of content. This is a core teaching that you're going to want to come back to and begin to see these 4 types of how you can create content that is speaking to people in these ways, that it's creating movement in them and helping them to see this as something for them. Because a lot of people, they start with limiting beliefs. They've got their own fears. They're consumed in their own problems. They don't see a way out. So we need content that moves people. That's our job, is to move them from where they are to where they want to go, and to empower them to see that the timeline doesn't have to be as long as they've imagined. That's the power of sales, and that's the power of truly serving someone in their journey, that we are to be that pattern interrupt in our content, to show them what is available. They could be in a lonely place. We want to show them community. They could be poor. We want to show them wealth. We want to show them what's possible for them. They could be spending way too much money on all of their supplements and things. We want to show them that, hey, you can slash that right now. Let's go on ahead and get the membership today. Let's get in. Let's get started. So that's the energy of your content. So know you have a calling. You have a purpose in what you do. You are shortening the timeline of the things that they want. You're helping them to know that with your support, with your leadership, with your guidance, that they can enter into something that is going to change their life, that'll cause their life to change other people too. So embrace the energy of change. That's what we're all about. So the 4 types of content that is moving people. First one is encouraging content. People are discouraged, therefore they're not moving. When you encourage someone, energy starts to move in their life again. So how can you encourage someone today? Another word that's great for that is empowerment content, empowering someone in what they want, in who they are. When someone is disempowered, they could be the most amazing person and they're just sitting on the couch. They're not releasing anything into the world. They're sitting there dormant. So encourage people. Get very used to encouraging people. How can I encourage someone? What is the things that I was stuck in that I'm no longer stuck in? Can I give somebody hope? So you are speaking life into people. You remind them you're not behind. You're not stuck. You're capable of change. This is building belief in them. We are shifting the belief, and then that begins to open up and like light coming in the room. They can't see if they're in darkness, and they don't know that it's even dark until the light shows up. So you can be that person each and every day. And that's the beauty of business. It really is like ministering to people and bringing them out of a low place into a higher place. So yes, people move when they believe. That's the core of encouraging content. Next is actionable content. This one is really important. So you are giving people something they can do. This is the CTA, the call to action, a step, a shift, a perspective that creates movement for them. Lots of, an example of that would be like telling them about Firestarters, telling them about the benefits of your product or service, the benefit of starting a business here, what is possible, what thing can shift in their life, and then calling them into it, giving them an action, a step to take to get the thing that you just described. You told them why they need it, you told them how it's going to help them, and then you tell them where to go to get it. That's the call to action. You want to get very used to speaking in call to actions, moving people now. I might get this percentage wrong, but I think it's like I've heard mentors, coaches in this space say that 80% of your content should have this call to action in it. That you're always empowering people and showing them how they can step into it. If you don't have that element, you're just kind of just purely encouraging people and not leading them somewhere. So this part is really important. So the actionable content, it builds momentum. And the more you do it, your content is becoming a wave for people. It's becoming an influence. And this is you determining the influence that you want to be. It's important to know who you're speaking to, what problem you're solving for them, what vehicle you're taking them in to solve the problem, and what's the end result that you're leaving them with. What is the promise? What is the transformation? That's the transformation statement framework that you want to get that in your heart. You want to know what you're doing, and then all of your content is going to be bringing people to that end and revealing that transformation to them and showing them where to go to get it. And the where to go is to reach out to you to watch the video. Whichever company you're in, you're sharing a masterclass, you're sharing a tour for them to see the solution. And again, we are the ones responsible to clear the glass so they can see where to go, where to get it. And then we don't become the information. We're the advertisement for the information. We're the ones inviting them. So you can invite through talking to people, and you can invite in your content. You absolutely want to be inviting, calling them into the action step. And as you do that, you're creating real momentum in your business as you do this daily, as you're putting out content, and also calling people to action in your conversations as well. So kind of a little over the place, but I want to like drill this actionable content, that call to action. As you hear people telling you things in their life that they're dissatisfied with, call them into action. Call them into taking a look at what you have as a solution to that, inviting them, saying, are you open to take a look? I really believe it can shift things in your life. This could be the very thing that you've been looking for. And carrying that energy of belief as you speak to people. So yes, so this builds momentum, actionable content. People trust you when you help them move forward. So this is the leading energy that you need to walk in and exercise every single day. And then the next type of content is relatable content. This is you showing them, hey, I'm just like you. I live, this is what I'm going through. This is what my struggles were. This is what I'm growing in. This is my process. This is what I'm walking through right now. This is how I live each day. These are the things that's important to me. So you're like taking them behind the scenes and letting them see who you are, the way you live, mindsets that you have, things that you struggle with, things that, like how you got through it, and teaching from your life, showing your life, and being authentic, being approachable. And this is where real connection happens. And people don't connect to perfection. This is really important. The relatable content, it really needs to be you. You've got to drop any idea of like, I got to be polished. Being online means I have to have it all together. I got to look just right. There is some good things in like, hey, looking good for the video, not being all like thrown together all the time. It can reveal that you take your business seriously, that you believe in what you're doing, you believe in where you're going. It's self-love, but at the same time, don't be so polished and put together that you can't like let your hair down emotionally and share your life with people. So that's what relatable content is all about, is show your real life. People don't connect to perfection, they connect to truth, and they can feel if you're telling the truth, if you're sharing with them where you really are, where you were, your journey, where you're going. This is your why. Talk about your why, your journey post. The place that you're going to, the things that motivates you, the things that drive you, who you are, what you value, the things that you've overcome. If you keep your heart on that and like let yourself share your why, share what you're doing, people are going to connect to why you're in business. They're going to connect to the kind of person you are. They're going to see your character. They're going to see the things that y'all have in common. So that's the bridge of trust that you're building, is we have these things in common. Wow, they're just like me. They really showed me that I can do this, because like I struggled with social anxiety. I struggled with, insecurities and just feeling not so good about myself. And wow, they got through that, and they're sharing the journey of that, and they're living a purposeful life. They said that they used to be depressed. They used to not feel like they knew their purpose at all, and their work wasn't meaningful, and now they love what they do. They get to make a difference in people's lives, and I'm sharing like what life looks like now. And if you feel like you don't have a transformation to like show something like that, talk about where you're going. Talk about why you're on this path, why you chose it. The thing that you were no longer satisfied with, like just tolerating in your life, and now you're moving towards this other result. It's like when you watch people doing weight loss, like it's amazing watching the stories of people who were like 600 pounds and they started doing their videos at that weight, and they kept going for multiple years, and you got to watch them transform. So in that regard, like don't hide the stuff you feel like, that doesn't seem very glamorous, but that's actually what people connect to you over. So post relatable content. Show your life. It builds trust. And then the last of the 4 is credible content. This is important. This is you showing proof of your products, proof of the membership, proof of the compensation plan, proof of the business model, taking people to the things that you've described. You want to show them also results. So that could be a testimonial around, hey, someone was using this product, whichever company you're in, they use this product and this happened in their life. They were struggling with, they couldn't sleep before, and now like they get 8 hours a night and they're so rested. They've got a ton of energy now. Somebody was spending $80 on their supplements, and now they're able to get the same supplements for $20. And they got the LiveGood membership, and that's helped them be able to purchase all of these things for like 30% of the price. That's a testimony right there of being able to show, hey, that's the value of the membership. People are more inclined to purchase something when they see the results as well. So if you don't have results right off the bat, share someone else's results. You might hear a presentation, you might hear inside the community, somebody has mentioned their success stories, and we have a section inside of the Discord for wins and testimonials. So check that area as you're having wins. That's product related wins, savings related wins. You're making sales, you're making income in your business. You can share that with other people. You can share it in the community. So we can all begin to share one another's testimonials. So never feel bad if you don't have it yourself. You can always pull from the community. You can pull from videos outside of Firestarters that you find online about LiveGood, about Enagic, how people are winning in their businesses, how their health is transforming. Share those things in your content as well. So yeah, product experiences, other people's results, your results, testimonials, and this is building certainty in people, the credibility of the business model, of the products and services. And people decide when they see that it works. So that's an element that needs to be in your content as well. So now some content truths. You don't need to go viral. This right here, you don't have to have a ton of views. You don't have to have 1,000 people that saw your video. You need to have a video that speaks directly to pain points of your ideal person that you're calling in, that you're wanting to serve. You want to speak right to them. And sometimes it's not even about getting likes. Somebody might DM you because the video spoke to them. So yeah, you don't need to go viral. You need to be consistent. You need to post every day. You need to talk to people. You need to be posting the 4 types of content and measure yourself on that, and whether you can see who you're talking to when you're speaking. So in a way, it's like start with the end in mind. Who am I reaching and where am I taking them? And then the next thing, you need to be visible. This is super important. Choose visibility over your own insecurities, over your fears, over perfection. Choose to be online. Choose to be visible in your relationships. It's very important that you follow up with the people that you talk to. Be visible in the relationship. Don't ditch people. I understand sometimes your life can get busy, but always keep in mind to continue the conversation. Be visible with people relationally, but be visible online. And truly, online is so important because that is how you attract people. People seeing that you mean business about your business. If you're serious about serving people and creating a transformation for someone, you need to show up. You need to be there. So yes, be visible. And then you don't need to be perfect. Definitely take this one to heart. Make a video, put it out there. Know that you're like, I know I spoke to the person I wanted to speak to. I know I thought about, is this an actionable content video? Is this encouraging content? Is this relatable content? Is this credible content? Pick one. And even more powerful, like make a video that has multiple things all together. So you could be encouraging, actionable, and relatable all in one video. You could be credible and encouraging. So think about like combining them and get used to the consciousness of like, does this have this effect on the person that I'm speaking to? So as long as you have that, you can fumble your words. Like even in this training, I'm saying stuff, I'm pausing in places that I'm like, okay, what point am I making with this, And yeah, so let go of perfection. It really will drain you. It will make your business way harder than it needs to. And I tell you this because it has been a snare in my life for sure. And it'll make you feel that you can't do this business. And the reality is, no, it stopped you from being visible and it stopped you from being consistent. So what actually happened was those two. You stopped serving the person. You were called into business to make a difference in their life. So you stopped showing up for them. You stopped bringing them into the goals and dreams and the things that they want in life. You didn't close them on it. Yeah. And you close through moving, through action, calling them into the action, showing them this is your next step. So ultimately, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. That's the next part on content truths. You need to stay consistent. Stay consistent in your relationships. Stay consistent in your content. Set a goal for yourself that you know you can do. It might be 1 post a day. It might be 2 posts a day. It might be talk to 5 people a day, 10 people a day. Some people, 20 people a day. Build your business at the rate in which you can build it, that you got vision for. You can go all in on however much time you've got in your day. You can see what you can do with that time. Set a standard that you can stick to and continue in that. Be consistent. And then next, how to actually create content. So when you go to post, keep it simple. Ask yourself these questions. What am I learning right now? What am I going through? What shifted for me? What could help someone else from my journey? What's something I've seen in the Discord community that I could share with my audience that would encourage them, that would be credible for them, that would help them take action, that would empower them in their journey, would help them to believe new beliefs. We got to understand that's something we are here to do. You believed something. That's why you started this business. You believed in the potential. You believed in the value. You believed in where you could go. You have other people who don't believe. They're hopeless, they're stuck, they're locked in on a path that they believe in or believed in at some point, and now they feel stuck because it hasn't gotten them to where they want to go. They need a vehicle change. That's what we're doing here in Firestarters. They have gifts that they're not walking in. They need encouragement. They need a new perspective. They need hope. They need someone to walk with them that they can trust. They need somebody that's going to show up and be that person in their world. And that's the thing I want to reemphasize. When people join this business, they are joining you. It's not, oh, they're joining Rachel, they're joining Firestarters. It's like, yes, Firestarters is here, and yes, I'm here to serve them and help them in their journey. But they are partnering with you. They are trusting you in coming into this place. So serve them, be about that, guide them into their next season. And how do you do that? You have to look within. What can I give for myself from my own journey? What story do I need to share today that will expand their perception, their perspective, their belief in what is possible for them now? And you want that now thing matters because you are the solution. People have problems. People have been praying for a solution in their life, and you carry the solution. So you are that answer. So you've got to be able to move in the energy of this is it. You've found what you're looking for. This is the opportunity that could shift everything for you. Are you open to take a look at it? And so yeah, when it comes back to posting, you're asking things from your journey. What can I give today that will have that effect on the person that I'm calling in, on the person that I want to help? And from there, another aspect of that is you do need to determine what your goal is in this business. Are you here to help other people make money? Are you here to see that they start a business as well? And think of the business that you just started. It's two things. It has customers and it has other business builders who are going to expand the business as well. So if it's just you sharing in your business, it will grow at the rate of your effort. If you have other people that are looking to start a business and make money with you, now you have 10 people who are all growing the business. So you want to have a primary goal. If you want to, if you're here to just help people purchase the products, purchase the membership, and you're wanting to see people improve their health. Maybe it's like you have this heart of like, I want to see people's health improved. I want to see that that they take ownership of that area of their life and work on their health, their body, and be more aware of that. You want to be this messaging that reminds people about their health, right? That's one aspect that you could build a business here that is around that. The other side is helping people make income. And that opens it up to solving way more problems than just health. And I personally recommend the financial route. If you have vision for people's finances, you're also having vision for their time freedom, for their family happiness, for them being where they want to be in the world, them being able to not be tied down to a desk job or something like that, where they're away from their family. They're missing the most important events in their children's life, and they don't have any time off. They're burnt out at work. They don't have vacation, right? Whenever you choose the financial route, you're also able to talk about the health side, but it's important that you position everything that you talk about health related to tie it back to the end goal of starting a business. So are you calling people in to live a life that they're called to live? That's what I've done with Firestarters, that I'm here to help you come into your giftings, that you build the life that you want. And part of what you want could be having better health, being physically fit, having time to work out, having the finances to even purchase supplements, having the finances to drink the water that you want to drink, to have your shower improved, that you're bathing in the water that you want to bathe in, that you have the EMF protection in your home for you and your children, your spouse, and that you can take with you anywhere in the world and protect yourself from all of that radiation from technology. So when you think about like that's what the different products do. The membership is helping people save money on supplements, the LiveGood membership, and be able to purchase and have an online store for themselves. They can recommend the products to other people. So whenever you have that financial goal, people also will improve their health, and you're able to put all that in there. So I highly recommend you embracing the business side, because you will recruit and bring on other people who will expand your business with you, which means you're going to make a lot more income when you have a team, if instead of it being just you. So think about that. Later, we're going to go more into the transformation statement. Whenever you finish this video, you're going to go to the channel right below Fast Start Training. It's called Transformation Statement. You're going to read that. It's got prompts in there to help you develop and come to that like choice of what you're doing, what your goal is, where you're taking people, and what problem you're solving for the person that you're calling in, defining that, and what the goal is, where you're taking them, and what the result is. You're going to see that, and you're going to create a statement that you can use on social media. It can be like that little 100-character bio. I help people with blank by doing this, right? You're going to design that. You can also take those prompts. You can copy and paste what I have in there, put it into ChatGPT, and work it out. Tell Chat, hey, this is what I'm seeing for myself. This is the business I want to develop. These are the types of people I feel called to help bring about a transformation for them. This is the pain that they're dealing with. This is where I want to take them. This is the result that they're going to get in partnering with me. And work out your transformation statement. You can then say like, hey, I want like a full out version that helps me like anchor my content. I know every time I make a video, I'm speaking to this person. The types of people I'm reaching out to is these people. This is the people that I'm calling in. People that have these traits, they're like this. And then you want to refine it, and you can ask ChatGPT, now make me a bio version, one that's under 100 characters that I can use on Facebook, whatever platforms you're using, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And this is how you present yourself. You're like, this is who I am. This is who I serve. This is the result that I give them. This is the problem I solve. And then your content is going to prove that to be true. It's like, wow, you're encouraging that person, encouraging content. You're producing actionable content. It's moving them out of where they are into the new place, calling them into it now. Relatable content, like, wow, she's just like me. He's just like me. Wow, their journey, like they're so real. They're authentic. I can relate to this person. And then, wow, here's the results. Here's the proof that I will get this result when I partner with this person. So as you can tell, this transformation statement is super important when approaching your content. It's going to just give you total clarity. It's going to guide you on who your market actually is. Because one of the things you have to get over whenever you start this business journey is not being attached to the people who don't want what you have. If you get stuck on the nose, it's going to depress you. Seriously, it's going to wear you down. Your business is going to feel heavy if you think your job is to convince those that really are betting against you. They might be just doubting, and they don't see the value. They don't want to see it. You can clean the window, but their eyes are closed. Their ears are closed. They're actually not looking. So that's why we when I talk about like honoring if someone's open or closed and being able to discern that, honor, come back and check in a different season and see if they're open at a later time. So yeah, so that's the importance of the transformation statement. It's going to guide you in your content. It's going to also guide you in who you're looking for. And you right now, like, you know, people that probably fit within who you're searching for, and you need to reach out to the people that you already know. You need to message them, tell them what you're doing, ask them if they're open. But also, the world is wide open. The opportunity of LiveGood and Enagic, the percentage, like for LiveGood at the time of this video, has about 2,000 members. So it's been around for 3 years at the time of making this video. So when you think about the billions of people in the world, there is so many people out there who need a membership that's going to help them save money on their supplements. And then for Enagic, incredible statistics that in the American market alone, it only has 2% saturation. So in other words, most people don't know about the products or don't own them. And they're both global opportunities. So that's one of the foundations of me choosing LiveGood and Enagic to flow together, is that they're both health related, they're both global, They both have no income cap whatsoever. You can expand these businesses as far as you have vision for, and you really can continue to recruit and not go, oh, I've maxed out the compensation plan. So they pair really well together, that you can start one, you can start the other. If you only have money to start with one, you can grow that business and then invest into the next business. And Enagic has an incredible opportunity of you being able to open up to 6 unique business centers through the purchase of products. Each product is a licensed business center that will then be like a shop and a store that you can sell from, and they will go through the ranks of the compensation plan independent of one another. So massive, massive, massive potential here in Firestarters alone within these 2 opportunities. So that is a foundation of me picking those in this space, in what you can do. So back to content though, your job is to share the vision of that. Begin to let people know what is possible here, what they can do here, and know that the market is wide open for both of these opportunities. So you can move into finding Facebook groups of where would my people be. That transformation statement like this, I've defined who I'm in business for, what I'm doing, and where can I find people who have the pain points, the problems, and the desires of my ideal person that I'm calling in. Where are they? Where do they network? Where are they hide out on the internet? Where are they networking in the community? Where could I meet these types of people? And you can start developing relationships. You can start connecting with people. And there's a really great framework, I don't think I mentioned it yet in this video, called FORM. I got this from one of my business mentors years ago. FORM is a framework for networking. You don't have to get rigid about it. It's more to inspire you, that FORM is an acronym that stands for family, occupation, recreation, and message. So the idea of that is that you ask people about them. You get to know more about their family. Where do they live? Where are they from? Are they married? How long have they been married? Ask them about their childhood. Where'd you grow up? Where do you live now? Things like that, right? Get to know all about them, and hear the things that they value, the things that they love, the pain, right? The pain that's happening in their life, the things that they want, the things that they've been discouraged about. Get to know them. Get to know them about their occupation. What do they do for a living? What do they like about it? What do they not like about it? What did they do in the past? Why did they choose that path? What led you to that? What was intriguing about that? Like, you're starting to learn about like who they are as a person, what they want out of life. Recreation, what do they find fun? What do you like to do for fun? What are your hobbies? How often do you get to do those things? They're like, not very much, right? So you're starting to hear stuff about the life that they want, the things that they enjoy, the type of person that they are, what would be fulfilling for them. And in that, you're going to hear SIGN. SIGN is SIGN. I mean, I just told you how to spell sign. And it stands for strengths, interests, goals, and needs. You're listening for that when you're asking questions. So do know, if you don't ask questions, you're not going to learn about them. And this is how you can begin to expand your network, by getting to know people, remembering these things about them. And as you're hearing the signs come up, the things that they actually want in life, you then can tie that to the message. So FORM, it ends in message. The idea of that is you're not necessarily leading with the message. You can tell somebody about, hey, this is what I do, and then get back to asking them about them. If they're intrigued, then connect it to the video. Ask them, would they be open to take a look at the video? Like, sure, I've got some information. Or just a good practice is to have a way to connect them into your social media accounts. Sometimes, like, yeah, you can give them your number, but since you're a content creator, it's better, honestly, to get people plugged into your world where they get to be encouraged by you, right? Actionable content, relatable content, credible content, where they're exposed to what you do. So get them in your ecosystem. You can have something like I Love Dot Card. I've used that. I've created it's like a link tree. It's a list of links, right, of your social media accounts. What you do briefly, it's like a digital business card is the idea. You could have something like that that can plug people into all of your, like, hey, this is me on TikTok, this is me on Facebook. And you can also put a presentation on some type of site like that, a place for people to enter into seeing what you do. And then something else in the community that is coming, not necessarily in the Fast Start training, but here in Firestarters, we are here to help you develop an email list to capture names, to capture emails, so that you can email people, all the people who are drawn to you, that you're connecting with, that you have an entry point into your world where you have your list. Because if social media shuts down, at least you have your list. You have your list of people that you can market to, you can speak to, and email, and they're responding to your emails, and you can sell things to them. You can lead them to a presentation. So this is super, super important. And as soon as you're ready to dive into that, there's a section within the community called Scale Your Business on more details on launching that aspect of your business. And the long-term vision of Firestarters is, I know within you, your gifts, you've got so much that you're going to add to the world. And this journey of you walking out your leadership development, building your business, increasing your income, getting more comfortable online, learning to market, learning to network, learning to close, learning to present, all of these things that you do on the path by walking this out. You're going to also discover so much more value that you can create for the people on your email list. You're going to start creating other products. I'm a musician, like I'm making an album. So that's something that I intend to market to my people on my list. I want to market all the things that I do. I also am an Enneagram coach. I help people understand their personality types and to heal from trauma and to grow in their giftings, to identify their giftings. I love Myers-Briggs, and I'm also a coach typing people in objective personality, which is a just incredible gift assessment of how you're wired. So that's something that I do. That's a product. I type people, I coach people. I can market that to my list. So think about the fullness of you in the time of being on this journey is that you're developing a brand. You are serving people with LiveGood. You're serving them with Enagic. You're serving them in their income, their leadership development, all of these skills that people are learning as they join you here. And the fullness of those individuals, they have their own brands. They have their own email list. And that's what we're here to do, is to teach you all of that in stages. That the emphasis of the Fast Start training is to get going now. We're here to train you in the initial things that you need to be working on, show you some standards that you can rise to and say, this is what I'm going to do every day. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be visible. I'm going to talk to people and walk that out and start making an income here. Set yourself free if you want to walk away from your job, reach that point, but begin making a list. So that part is later in the community, but I want you to be aware of you beginning to steward all that you are. And the gifts that you have in serving the people that are connected to you. So that's a bit of the full perspective, and now back to content. So again, content, ask yourself questions that'll prompt you. What am I learning? What am I going through? What shifted in me? What could help someone else from my journey? And then say one thing clearly. Make a decision. This is what I'm going to do. This video is going to be about this. Make a title. Think about the 4 types of content. This is this type of content. Okay, great. Film it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Post it. Move on. Keep going. Make another video. Come up with another idea of how you can serve your person. And overall, you are documenting your journey. You're documenting where you're going. You are speaking to people. You're not performing. You are just living transparently. You're opening up your life and sharing it. You're willing to give what you have to other people. That's what content is. And now let's talk about your daily actions, having a clear standard for yourself. So this is your baseline. Set something like 5 conversations per day, 10 conversations per day, 1 piece of content per day. It might be 3 pieces of content. Set what you're going to be able to do and stick to it. And then, one moment. And then some optional things, go live. I say optional, but man, if you do this, if you start going live every day, even if only for like 2 minutes, you just turn on your camera, share something, share a piece of value with somebody, encourage someone, tell a story about your day, show people what you're doing, show your dog, just be present, be like accessible, do a Q&A with people, just be with your community, be transparent, share your journey, share your why, share why you're doing this. And the more you sit in that place of, I'm the business owner, I'm here to serve you, and they see that you're live every day, that will change your life. It will change your leadership. It will change your energy. You will begin to see how valuable you are to your people. You will begin to learn how powerful your presence is. That's the thing about live. It's about being present, where people can actually interact with you. You're accessible. And yeah, so get comfortable with going live. I highly recommend it. You could set something that you can do and begin to follow through on it. So yeah, set some conversation goals, especially in the beginning. It's going to help you get through any fears, any insecurities, because it's not about perfect. It's about being consistent and being visible. Something, a little framework that I like to say is these three things you want to practice. Know that you're not perfect. Practice every day. Do it as a beginner. And then be visible. Show up every day. Let your people see you. Even schedule content. You can like make 3 videos today, schedule some of them out on a different day, but stay visible. And then the third one, and the most important one, is be vulnerable. Vulnerability is you showing something about yourself that is real, that even may feel like, I can't believe I actually told the truth. I really told the truth on this. I gave them what I really believe. I gave them what I'm really going through. I told them what was really bothering me that led me into this business. I was struggling. I couldn't pay my bills. And I realized if I didn't change something, then I was always not going to be able to pay my bills. Vulnerability. Tell them why you're on this journey, what you're struggling with on the journey, and the things that you're letting go of. Begin to be vulnerable, and it's going to open up your content topics. It might feel really narrow, like all I can do is just talk about the products. I can just talk about the compensation plan, and like I don't have vision for like what can I give for my life. What's something you're learning? What was something that you circled a mountain for 5 years and you finally broke through? That's vulnerability. Find a way to be vulnerable in something that will serve your ideal client, that will help them overcome, help them believe in themselves. So choose vulnerability, choose to be visible, and choose to practice, and let yourself be the beginner who came up with an idea, film the idea, post the idea, go into the next one, and keep moving. So yeah, and then go live. Go live and be vulnerable. Going live can feel vulnerable, actually. It's probably the entryway of vulnerability. If you struggle with vulnerability, go live. And you are actually choosing it. You put a title in there and click that button and, hey y'all, I'm here. And just see where it goes. So get used to that. So go live, even if it's messy. That's how you build confidence. And consistency builds everything in your business. People know that they can depend on you when you're consistent. And then next, let's talk about how the Discord supports you. So the Discord is an app for your PC, for your computer, for your phone, and you are inside the Discord. So get familiar with it. This is your business building system. This is your support system. So everything here is designed to support your movement. So at the side, we have all of the hashtag channels. The channels, everything is organized by topics and categories to help you see, like, this is the flow of what you need to focus on whenever you're needing help. This is where you go, the different areas. So I'm gonna give you a brief overview. You don't need to know it all. You need to focus on the ones that are up at the top, starting out. So at the top, you've got About Firestarters, or Welcome to Firestarters. Go in there, read about who we are, the culture. It's got some initial pointers of what's important to start with. Also, there's the link at the very bottom to invite your new people. When you have a person that joins your business in LiveGood or Enagic, once they are officially an affiliate or a distributor, you will grab the link at the bottom of how to invite your new team members inside the Discord. You will copy that invite link, text it to them. They will click it, and they will land in this invite-only Firestarters community for business builders. So definitely remember that. And then next is the Fast Start training that you're in. That is step one. Pretty much, that really is step one, is the training also you can check out the Welcome to Firestarters. And then part 2 of your journey here is the transformation statement. As soon as you finish this video, you're going straight to the transformation statement to form that out. Either just you working through the prompts and reading. You can copy it all, put it into ChatGPT, some type of AI to help you develop that as well. Do know that your transformation statement is going to evolve. It doesn't have to be perfect. You need a starting point that feels true to you. It feels authentic to what you're doing, and it feels like the person and where they really are and the transformation you're going to produce for them. So get that done. As soon as you're done with that, you're going to move into your path. Whichever business you've started with, if you started with LiveGood, you're going to choose the LiveGood Start Here path. If you started with Enagic, you're going to go to the Enagic Start Here path. And that's going to give you the specific things about building those businesses, the things that this one doesn't cover. This is going to teach you the exact videos to share, how you get paid, things like that, like those foundations of finding your websites, how to connect your bank account and stuff like that to get paid, and all of those sorts of unique things that's different for LiveGood, different for Enagic. So you're going to jump in there, go through that. It's not very long. It's going to give you what you need to know to immediately run into your business and do everything that this video told you to do. And then from there, we've got the tracking and execution right below it. That is a list of 2 types of spreadsheets. If you want to track the conversations that you're having, the relationships that you're in, the people you're talking to, and the stages of where they are towards actually purchasing, joining the business, so that you can see all the conversations and see when you need to follow up with them next. I talked to them on this day. I'm going to follow up with them at this time. So it's all there. It's a spreadsheet. You just plug people in. So if you want to track, that is there for you. And then I have another one. So that one is called the conversation ledger. And then the other document is the leadership log. This is you tracking your own movement throughout your day. How many videos did I make? How many people did I talk to? Things like that. How many people did I follow up with? How many people I reached out to? Setting your intention. What do I want to do today? Saying that. And then a closeout ritual that I love that I'm sharing with you guys. Looking at your wins. What were your wins? What did you accomplish today that you're proud of? Celebrate yourself. What worked? What was something that I did that really worked for me today? Then what is something that felt heavy? It's just a real quick, like 5 to 10 minute ritual of closing out your day, of writing, this felt heavy. This is the things that I felt like I wanted to get done, but I didn't, blah, blah, blah. I was doing this and I think I'm going to switch it up tomorrow. I'm not going to do that. And then another section that's called tomorrow's one thing. What's the one thing you need to accomplish the next day, having closed out your day? And a closing statement about your day. So that is 2 documents, or two spreadsheets. I have files for Mac users and PC users that you can download and start using those as you build your business. If you're not so much into tracking, you can skip right by that and keep moving. So yeah, that's your starting flow. Fast start video, transformation statement, pick your path, learn the details about your specific business, grab your tracking documents, and then from there, go build your business. Go make your content. Go post something today. Reach out to some people. Make a list of names of people that you want to talk to and start talking to them. Start inviting them to take a look at your presentations. So now, the other things within the community that is there for you that I want you to be aware of. So as you grow, you'll use masterclasses. There'll be live masterclasses happening in the community. They'll always be announced. And you can invite someone to a LiveGood masterclass where they can see a presentation and be introduced to the business. You can invite someone to an Enagic masterclass and introduce the business to them. If you're interested in either one of the businesses yourself, attend it for yourself. So know that that's happening. The replays are posted as well in the section. You'll see that on the side. The section, and you can invite people to live masterclasses and also share with them replays of previous ones that they can watch presentations in their own free time, and then you can follow up and close and ask them the questions of what did they like best about it, what stood out to them the most, do they see an opportunity for themselves, things of that nature, to check the pulse of if they're wanting to just be a customer or they're wanting to start a business. Do you have any questions? Or are you ready to get started? This is like a closing mindset. You can use your own words, but this is the process of following up. So yeah, do you have any questions? Are you ready to get started? If your person has questions, don't freak out and feel like you have to turn into an infomercial and you got to know everything. Just think to yourself, what else in the community that would answer their questions? Like what other resource I could refer them to? And we have a section called Deep Dive. We have a deep dive on Enagic. We have a deep dive on LiveGood. So that's what that's for. If someone has questions that the initial masterclass or tour video that you shared doesn't answer their question, go to the deep dive, look for more content that will answer their question, send it to them, and then follow up again, set another time to talk to them after they've seen that information. So know you are here to educate. You're not here to be the expert, to know it all. You're here to guide them along in their education and belief and vision development process. And if there isn't a resource in the community that answers the question, you can reach out to me by going to the Ask Anything channel and drop your question there. And also you can message me personally within the Discord. That is a feature that you can send DMs to people in the community. So do know that. Navigate the community. In the How To Library channel, there's a video showing you how to use Discord if you're unfamiliar with the platform. So go there, search for that video, watch it, get familiar with the platform. So know there's master classes. People that watch the master classes who still have questions, give them more exposures, more master classes, right? You can think of it. An exposure is another exposure to the business, another exposure to the products, to the compensation plan, expanding the vision. So we have that. Next thing, super excited about this, Team Zoom. We have a Zoom every single Tuesday for the whole team to come together, to be together for about an hour and a half. Sometimes I might be teaching on something that I'm like, hey, I want to talk to y'all about this. I really want to share this with you. But the format of it generally is not too structured, that it's just a place to come get support, for people to share how their business is going during the week, to ask questions, to just kind of glean from other people, be around the fire. You know, like whenever you're with other entrepreneurs, it's going to encourage you, it's going to inspire you. You might get free from things, you've had insecurities in your business. It's a place to kind of use the hot seat of fellowship to tell people about what's going on. People speak into you and just help you grow, help you step into your leadership, your power, and level up your skills. So that is under the Firestarters Zoom category, and click on the channel that is called Team Zoom. It has a description and all of the different, not all, but a lot of the time zones in the world to see when that is. The link to join that Zoom is there. And then there's always replays as well on those. So if you ever miss one, or you just want to listen to one that was really good, it helped you, we also have all of those re-uploaded as replays inside the community that you can watch. And then we have a section called Skill Development. So one thing I want to talk to you about in that is a channel called Practice Your Story. This is super important. As you start your business, sharing your journey, telling why you started this business. It might be the first time that you're articulating this. So you can practice this within the community. You can click on the Practice Your Story channel. You can do voice memos in there. You can drop an audio. You can type out something like, hey, this is my first post idea. This is what I'm wanting to tell the world about why I started my business. I recommend going there if you want to practice and get feedback in the community. Do it there. Drop an audio, a text post, type out what you're wanting to say. You'll get feedback from us, and then let that place fuel what you make for others. So you can post stuff out there on social media, and then you can share with us posts that you've done, or you can do it the other way around. You can be like, hey, how does this sound? You can share things there. There's prompts there to help you think about your why. So there's questions that will help you write. So you can start writing just in answering those questions, and you look up wow, look, there's my whole story. This is my why. This is why I'm doing this. And this is where I'm taking people. This is what I'm motivated by. So use the skill development channels along the way to help you sharpen your skills. And then another section I talked about earlier is wins and testimonials. Definitely use those. Go in there and read pre-existing testimonials, wins, we have growth wins. If you have a breakthrough, tell us about it. We want to celebrate you. We can also share that about, hey, this is what's happening in the community. You can share these credible content posts from this area as well to help begin to give that proof and results to your audience. So yeah, that is the main areas. There's more out there, but that's really all you need to focus on as you're growing. And then as you're wanting to scale your business, start your email list, check out the Scale Your Business area to learn those skill sets. So yeah, simple way to navigate, click every channel, and then there is a little push pin in there. Look for the push pin in your channels. And if you don't know how to use a channel, click on that. It's going to have a full description of what that channel is and how to use it. So let the pinned message guide you throughout the Discord. And then now let's look at the bigger vision. So let's kind of zoom out. So right now, your focus is simple. You need to start your business. How do you start? Tell somebody that you started a business. Tell them in your marketing, tell them in conversations. Share the business, share the presentations, share the LiveGood tour video, share masterclasses, pre-recorded masterclasses, invite people to join live masterclasses, and make money. If you keep sharing, you're going to make money. If you keep following up, you're going to make money. People are going to buy the value of the membership, buy the value of the products, buy the value of the compensation plan and starting a business here. Continue to do that. That's your focus. Share in conversations, sharing content, follow up, and close people on the transformation that they want. And you're going to make a sale every time you help someone. And what happens when you do that? You build your confidence. So intentionally build your confidence by being consistent. And as I mentioned before, practice. Let yourself be a beginner, be visible every day, and be vulnerable. And through doing that, those main focuses, share, start, share, make money, build confidence, and later you will build your audience. That's going to happen. As you continue to be visible, people are going to follow you. You're going to build your audience, then you're going to build your email list. You're going to create your own offers because this is a path. Remember, this is a journey that you're on. This is long-term. Firestarters is here to support all that you are long-term. So you're going to create offers, right? I'm working on music. I'm a coach. I've got other things that I do. You're going to be working on your offers that flows from your giftings. You might be doing woodworking. You can also share these different things that you do in your community. Never feel that your business has to cut off parts of you. I've done that. I've absolutely tucked myself over here. It's like, no, be you and be authentic and share what you do with the world. And you're going to attract people from all those different parts of you into your email list. And you can offer things that is going to bless them. And in time, you're going to expand your brand. You're going to get more clarity on your transformation statement over time. You start with what you build, what you come up with now, run with it, make content, speak to that person, serve them. And in time, you're going to expand your brand. You're going to really see what you're about. You're going to be like, this is my mandate in the marketplace. This is what I'm doing. This is how I transform people. This is where I'm taking them. And it's just going to be a beautiful evolution throughout your journey in business. So do know this later section, as I said, that is the Scale Your Business place. So that is something down the road. If you feel inspired, you want to get an email list, you want to make a capture page and get people on there, jump into it sooner than later, but no pressure to do so until you feel ready. So the goal right now is to move, and later you will scale your business. And then now let's look at your launch plan. This is some things I've already said, but let's really dial it in as we wrap up this video. Let's talk about what to do now. What do? You've got a understanding, but if I leave you at understanding and not action, I do you a disservice because this is a business, not a hobby. And if you're not in motion, you're just learning about doing this and you're not doing it. So let's talk about your action plan. Let's launch. So this is where it becomes real. This is, you do not need more information. You know enough to start your business. Let's say that now. Now it's time to move. So something you can do right now, you can make a list and get a pen and paper and write it down, put a sticky note, put it up on the wall, wherever you need to, and write a list of 20 people right now. Write a list of people, friends that that could benefit from the Live Good membership, friends that could benefit from the Kangen water, that could benefit from the Anespa shower unit, that could benefit from the M-Guard. Think about people who would benefit in their health being improved. Guess what? Everyone has a body. So everyone could improve their health. Everyone could save money on supplements, right? So start thinking, who are these people in my life? Who are friends that could benefit from this? Think about the business. Who's friends in my life that want to make more money? Who's friends in my life who's interested in business? Friends in my life that is dissatisfied with their income or even the type of work that they're doing. Okay? So make a list of 20 names right now. I've heard other people tell people make a list of 100 names. Do what you feel, but set a standard and make the list. Think of friends, family, people in your phone, people on social media, people you've connected with before. Most people know at least 2,000 people throughout their life, at least. So know that you're not starting from zero. Start stewarding your relationships. You have relationships, and either you write people off or you give them a chance. And what are you doing? You are asking them, are you open? Are you open? This is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. Are you open to take a look at this? They start asking you a lot of questions. Great. The video explains all of that. It's going to tell you the full vision of what we're building, what we're all about. It's going to answer all your questions. When do you have time to watch it? All right. So make the list of names. Start there. Start having conversations. So what does that look like? So keep it simple. This is a framework. I just started something and thought of you. Are you open to take a look at it? Great. I've got a video that explains it. I'll send it over. When do you have time to watch it? Awesome. Okay. Well, I'll check back with you at such and such and see what your thoughts are. And yeah, that is the framework. Use your own words, whatever flows for you. And that's it. So you're not explaining everything. You were just opening the door. You're seeing if they're open. They say no. Great. No problem. And you can even say that. You'd be like, either way, it's no big deal. You know, something like that. That you're not putting pressure on people. You're having a conversation. You're catching up with them. And then sharing with them what you're doing and asking them if they're open. And then the next part is share the system. So don't become the infomercial. Don't become like, oh, this, and if you do this, you can make this much money and just go off and, you know, the matrix pay and this, and man, it becomes something. Da, da, da. You can do that. You can paint a vision. You can definitely like do that on the beginning. But when they say that they're open, don't become the presentation. However you convey vision, you can share that. I found something I've been looking for. I've literally been looking for a way to make money online and to not be in the situation that I've been in. I've been an Uber driver and I've been stuck driving all over the place. I'm not making what I really want to make. And I know that I've been wanting to work from home and have more time with my children. Whatever story, right? You tell the truth of what that looks like for you. And I found it. I found exactly what I've been looking for. And I wanted to check with you and share it with you. Would you be open to take a look at it? So that's how you can tie in your why, tie in the dissatisfaction, the pain that you had that led you to this. And that's ways that you can introduce this in voice memos, phone calls, messages to people. And then, so yeah, the next step. So let me go back. So yeah, step 1, make your list. Step 2, start the conversation that leads to are you open. Step 3 is share the system. What is the system? So you send them a Live Good video or a masterclass, an Enagic masterclass, a replay, inviting them to a live presentation that they can then hear about the opportunity. And then let the system explain. You don't need to know everything. You can give them just enough information to lead to them saying yes. You're just wanting them to be intrigued enough to say, yes, I'm open. And then step 4 is follow up. Follow up, this is everything. I've heard the statement by a mentor of mine. She said, the fortune is in the follow up. So if you don't follow up, you don't get your money, right? This is a business, not just an encouraging community. It's a business. So if you're not following up, you're not closing deals. No transformation for the prospect. It was just cool. That's a cool idea. That sounds interesting. So yeah, the fortune is in the follow-up. Follow-up is caring about the person. It's checking in, like, how are you doing? Where do you want to go in life? What did you see in the video? What stood out to you? Why did that stand out to you? Are you interested in starting a business? Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Is this a time for you? Is this a season where you want to move into this? You know, what would this do for you? What would this change in your life? Where are you wanting to go? What do you really want in life? What is it going to cost you by waiting? What if you don't change something in your life? Where are you going to end up in 5 years if you don't start a business? If you don't have the money now, how are you going to have money in the future? You have to change something. See, this following up is stirring the vision, expanding the vision, being interested in them. Following up is leadership. You are leading them to their transformation. You are committed to guide them through to the end, to take action on their own goals, to shift their life. So if there's no sale, there's no transformation. And how do you get the sale? Following up. Following up is seeing people through. If someone watches something, follow up with them. If someone says maybe, follow up. If someone goes quiet, follow up with them. If someone says no, follow up with them later down the road. Think of an appropriate follow-up time that honors their no and then checks for openness, checks for did things change in their life. So I heard a statement by another guy in the network marketing industry. He's like, I follow up with people till they're dead because they're still a person. They still have needs. They still have goals. I'm saying, are they open now? So let that be your mindset. So step 4 is follow up. And then step 5 is use your resources. So if someone has questions, go to the deep dive section of your business. And there's product videos, compensation plan, breakdowns, additional explanations. You can use these to support people. You don't have to have all the answers. Just know how to serve them, how to guide them into the next piece of information that will help them move in their belief in their vision into a decision. And then what do? Follow up again. So yeah, you just need to guide people to these resources. That is your step 5. And then step 6 is build your presence. How do you do that? Daily, you're going to post content. Daily, you're going to share your journey. You're going to share what you're learning. You can go live when you're in the car, when you're walking. Maybe not driving, might not be that good, but yeah, you can be on the go. You park real quick, go live in the middle of your day. You're in your kitchen, you're sitting at your desk, you're, like being able to take people into your life and show them your lifestyle. That matters. Like that's the relatability, right? It's helping people see, wow, she's just like me. She just left the gym. She likes to walk in the park too. She's got 5 children just like me. She's dealing with a big pile of laundry. You can show these things. You can go live and talk about your life, be relatable, be encouraging, be actionable, move them to action, share proof, share credibility, and build your presence in your visibility, your consistency to post, share your journey, share what you're learning, and take people along the journey and the lifestyle that you have. So overall, this builds confidence and visibility. Step 6. And then now step 7, track your business. Download the conversation ledger, the leadership log, track your conversations, your activity, and your consistency, and journal and process your business. Encourage yourself, celebrate yourself, and set goals along the way in your business. So what gets tracked grows. It's true. What you're tracking, you can actually see where it's going, the changes that happen. And so yeah, if that's something that you want to do it. If it doesn't feel in flow, don't force it, but know that it's there for you. So step 7 is track your business. And then step 8 is expand your network. Very, very important. You know people already, like we said, make a list. You're looking at your current network, you're talking to them. What if your worst nightmare happens that everybody you know tells you no? Guess what? The world is super wide open. Like I said, these opportunities, so many people don't know that it exists. Reach out, network with new people, develop relationships. So you can do that by adding people on social media. You can do that by networking in your community. Go places, get outside of your house, do it online, get outside of your current network, go join Facebook groups, meet up in different online communities. Go do the things that you enjoy, and guess what? You're going to find people there just like you, and build relationships. Use the framework, form, family, occupation, recreation, message. Get to know people, listen for their sign, their strengths, their interests, their goals and needs, and present the message as a solution to the problems you hear in the conversation. Ask them if they're open to take a look, and share a masterclass, invite them to something. And on just the networking level, get to know people, hear who they are, share who you are. You don't have to talk about the business, and connect them into your social media. Add them on Facebook, add them on whatever platforms that you like to use. And guess what? They're starting to take in your content now. So remember, build real relationships with people. Business is about people that you actually have a relationship with. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So build know, like, and trust with people. And know that your network equals your growth. Your network is your wealth. If you don't have a network, build one. Don't complain that you don't know people. Go meet people. Be interested in other people more than in the lack mentality of what you don't have. There's so much out there, but you got to put yourself out there. And that's one of the most foundational skill sets, is letting your heart be interested in others enough to get to know where they are and see how you can serve them. So have that posture as you grow your business. And then step 9, need some water, 1 moment. Step 9 is ask for support. This is really important. Know that you're not on this journey alone. If you have a question, go to the Ask Anything channel and ask your question. Show up to the team Zoom. Every week, it's there for you to get questions answered, to get support, to be vulnerable. Be vulnerable with the team, and you're going to have a breakthrough, because there's amazing people in this community that it's going to just encourage you so much. That's going to expand your vision of yourself. How you see yourself can be limiting your business. It can be limiting your influence. And I've had to be shifted by letting other people speak into my life. So ask for the support that you need, and it's going to just pour in for you. So ask your questions, get the support that you need, and know that you're not doing it alone. And then an identity shift. So you are not trying this, you are building this. Make this decision in your heart. You're not trying this out. Sit in the seat of your business. Be the leader, be the authority that you truly are. You're a communicator, you're a builder, you're a leader of a movement that is your own. You're in Firestarters, and Firestarters' purpose is to launch and birth your movement. So take ownership of your business, steward what you've been given. You've been given a social media account. You've been given a business that you bought into. Steward those things, share those opportunities, share the value that you have with people, and build this thing. Be intentional to build your business today. Say it after me. I'm going to build my business when? Today. Say it again. I'm going to build my business today. What am I going to do? Write that down and go do it. Own your business. And then a final activation. You now have everything that you need. So start simple, stay consistent, and move every day. Talk to someone today. Post something today. Announce to your world what you're doing today. Start now, don't wait. And a couple last statements. Stay consistent, stay visible, stay practicing, stay vulnerable, stay connected to the community, stay in the fire, ask your questions, and stay connected to the people you're called to serve. Don't abandon them. Tell them that you're in business. Tell them how you're going to serve them. Tell them in your bio on social media, and then tell them in your content. Tell them in the DMs. Stay connected to the people that you're in relationship with. The people that you share a video with, stay connected. Follow up. and stay in motion. When you do all of these things, you're going to have massive momentum in your business. If you're faithful, be faithful. Do something for 50 days. Don't miss a day. Determine your minimum. Write it down. If it's, I'm going to go live every day. I'm going to make one post a day that is a specific reel. Make a reel. Short videos. You can make a 2-minute video. Your video don't have to be an hour long. A lot of times if you make short videos, it just speaks right to them. You got in mind, this is who I'm speaking to. This is the solution I'm bringing. I'm encouraging them in this video. This is what I'm going to give them. Make it, bam. It hits them right where they need to be hit. People find your reels. The algorithm brings people to you. So set a minimum like that. I'm going to make 2-minute reels a day. I'm going to go live every day. I'm going to talk to 5 people a day. Make your own standard. Don't compare it to someone else. Be consistent, and then you're naturally going to get better. You're going to get more vision for more, and you're going to do more. So, but as you stay in motion, your business is growing. Your business is on fire. People are joining your business. People are enjoying your products, enjoying being in the community. They're making money. You've got testimonials. You've got more credibility to share more proof. And it all starts from your consistency, your decision to show up and serve your people. So that is it for this video. Congratulations, you've completed the Fast Start training of Firestarters. I bless you in your business. So excited that you decided to believe in you and that you decided to begin, because a lot of people never start. So yeah, congratulations. I will see you on the other side. From here, go and form your transformation statement. Get it done. Whether you want to use ChatGPT or just do it yourself, create that statement, put it on social media, let it guide all of your content. And I'm so excited for the journey that you're on. And yeah, before I get ahead of myself, real quick, and from there, complete that. Whichever business that you're in, go into the start here, get your specifics that you need for that business, and then take off and launch your business. So that is it, guys. I will see you on the next video and see you in the community.